As far as I know, we are live. Hello! We are Wizards and Wine. A bit of a late start today, but there was a massive Foundry update, and it desperately had to be done, desperately had to be taken care of, and of course, as any massive update does for any kind of software, it left us with a couple of problems, and we kind of had to scramble to get them started. Long story short, we are here, and we are ready. Can you even stand it? So that we are back to the Halifax table. So we are with Erin, Cynthia, Christine, and Janet. Ladies, it's been about a month since we played. How are you? Oh, okay, just give me a quick second because I am having trouble with your audio. Give me a quick second. Let's do that. Yes. And I want it from Roadcaster. Okie dokie. All right, now say something, ladies.
Hello again.
Something, ladies.
Ah, there we go. Now we
Yeah,
gotcha.
all good.
Now I gotcha. I think. I'm just going to confirm on the stream. I'm going to tell you something. If I had any kind of a memory, I would be working for OBS and Foundry, and I would be making bank. Because if there's a problem, I have run into it.
You'll solve it.
Oh my God, right? It's crazy. It's crazy. Where are my videos? Come on. Show me that we're live. Your channel. Live. I see a live button. Do we have audio? At all. Hello?
Marco Polo?
Marco, you're only supposed to say the first part.
Go.
Yeah, but if she
Yeah.
heard the first, like, she'd hear the second part on the stream if she's listening.
Okay.
Sure.
D&D Beyond does have my Rose information,
Oh, good.
but it didn't transfer over.
Well, that's a thing that we can figure out a little bit later. I mean, I assume, I don't think that you were intending on using a rose today, because those are kind of prime
No.
items, so.
No.
But I'm also not trying to tell y'all how to run your characters, so,
Yeah, no, I ain't using that yet.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Why is everything so strange today? Do we have audio? This is the only question that I need answered right now.
Find the letter of introduction for my guild. Where do I find that?
It is in your equipment. You do have that one. I saw that when I was in there poking around.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna
Usually,
worry
like,
about
in
that
the
then.
other section.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm just seeing D&D Beyond. It's all right. All good.
Captions. Bum 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 bum.
Dun, dun.
Thank you. I don't hear any audio. Why don't I hear any audio, you guys?
We're not
What platform are you
talking,
using?
are we?
Yeah, we're being pretty quiet right now as we're
Yeah,
futzing
we're
with
not.
things.
Mm-hmm.
This is the sound of the audio.
Oh my God. I love us. Well, the good news is that I have backup on the backup audio on my board here that I'm recording. So if I need to take this video and marry it with audio later, then that is what we shall do in order to make it work.
Oh.
So be it. Whoa, did it always have a double check mark for expertise? Have I just never had expertise ever?
I don't. Well, yeah, there's expertise, and then I think if you have 2 check marks, you've got double proficiency in it. Does that sound like a thing?
Yeah, I have
Yep.
double.
Yeah, you can have
For
double
what?
proficiency.
Yeah.
Double check mark.
Especially
double
if you're,
check
like,
mark.
roguish.
Captions are unavailable.
Roguish. That's my first time. It's awesome.
Yeah, rogues
All
are
my
dope.
skills.
I find it so hard to believe that you haven't played a rogue before. It's crazy to me.
No, I just play clerics.
I know. Why though?
This is the first time I'm playing a
It's so good.
Yeah.
Only.
thing.
So good.
Where's
Plus,
this
I just
road?
play whatever I
Mel?
randomly roll.
Okay.
If I'm adding the rows, sorry.
Yep.
Is there a I can't remember what it was called. Do you guys remember?
I wrote it down.
I think you
I
had
thought I did too.
I thought you had the
Liem had
white rose,
green,
Janet.
Apple had white.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think I.
Rain had black.
Yeah, I've got the chromatic rose black.
Yeah. Apple's was cold damage. Liem is poison.
Was it a
Yeah,
thing
it's
you
a
guys?
stinky rose.
And Rain's was acid.
Was it a thing
Oh,
that you
mine
guys
is
were able
cold.
to find?
Then it's
in-
frost. Yeah, it's white. Yeah.
Was it a thing you guys were able to find in D&D Beyond, or did you have to
Yep,
like?
I
write
just
it
found
in?
it here. Yeah.
Oh,
I
sweet.
just added mine manually.
Nice. Okay. Oh, right, because I have
Okay.
all the
That's all I did.
content sharing on there, so everything should be available for you. Okay, enough about that. Let us get into today's adventure. And by getting into today's adventure, I mean let's get a recap from what happened roughly a month ago, the last time that we sat down to play. I'm going to turn it over to Aaron and Christine. If there is a hole, please feel free to jump in and add some information in there.
Yeah, you're gonna have to do that probably. Okay, so this is what I have written down. Some bunnies jumped us, so we jumped them, and I killed one. Whoops, we got a snail out of it. Then it just says, all in different lines, be nice, don't steal. Give gifts back if someone gives a gift. Found a geyser and a well. I asked the geyser to stop, and it did. And after that, a weird yelling man. Oh, that's not what it says. Oh, after that, a weird wellman yelled at us to give back a weird magnet or something. I think I blanked on that part. I don't remember.
Oh, the wig.
Can't remember. Can't remember at all. We found a fairy dragon, which is cool, named Tolliver, I think, who was stuck in a cage, and he asked us to let him out. We saved him, but now we gotta go through some frogs to get to a swamp house with a big bad witch. Egg Wolf's cauldron trapped Zablina in her palace. We're gonna free this guy by going to the hill. That's all I have.
No, that's pretty much all of it.
That's pretty much it, yeah.
Oh, we had the snail's name is Dave.
Right.
And he's pushing us on a raft that we found on the way to
Right, because it
the
flooded.
walking hill thing. Telemy Hill.
Yes. Because the reason why well, you guys found the raft, which is super handy, because what happens all around hither is there are these wells. You'll see them on the map. There's one actually right at the bottom of Telemy Hill. Anyway, what happens is kind of like Old Faithful, these things will just become a geyser of water. And when they erupt, it causes the water level in the entire area to rise a little bit. So you guys now have this raft that you're able to stand on, so you're not going to have to slug through the mud and all of that kind of stuff. So it's not going to slow your progress. Having the snail is just a happy advantage that you guys have. So when you guys are on the raft and the water is high, you're going to have the movement speed of the giant snail, which, as you recall, is comically fast.
Yes.
So right now, as it stands, the water level is going back down. So you may have been traveling at giant snail speed for like maybe, I don't know,
Like a little motorboat.
yeah, like exactly. It's
Cartoon
traveling at that
comic
speed for a
style.
couple of minutes, and then as the water level starts to go back down again, it does start to slow down. But another thing that I promised you guys was once you arrived at Telemy Hill, you do get an opportunity to take did we agree on a short rest or a long rest? I can't remember. So you guys tell me what you'd rather.
Cypress is good right now, so I don't know about the others.
Do a short rest.
Yeah, I'm good, but yeah, I
I'm
can
down to I'm down to a third of my hit points.
Okay, so you
yeah,
Oh.
you got whacked pretty hard.
yeah, she did. So you need a long rest. Okay, well, let's
Yeah.
just take the long rest. So go for it. We're going to place you guys off of the raft, just on the very bottom of the hill. So you still are able to find like a nice flat area.
His little skirt.
Yeah, out of the swamp to be able to set up a campfire and your little tents and all of that kind of stuff. Yes, let me get your tokens back down here. There is Cypress. Here comes Apple. Apple. And there is Rain. Beautiful. All right. So one thing that is definitely noticeable, because right now you guys are, perhaps you're even getting a little accustomed to the stank of this swampy area. If you remember when you guys first showed up back on the Queensway Causeway, it was quite smelly. You know, it's rotting plants and dead animals and stagnant water. Just a bunch of really
Right, yeah.
terrible smells. But as you guys approached Telemy Hill, you started to get the smell of sweet, ripe fruit, which has been, quite frankly, a very welcome break from the smell of that swamp. As you approach, you do see that the hill is covered in damp, downy, silver green moss. And they're just blankets of this moss that go on this gentle upward slope of the hill before giving way to this craggy ridge that marks the top of the hill. Dozens of enormous willow trees dot the hillside as well, swaying as though in a breeze, despite the fact that the air is very, very still. But with this sweet smell, you guys are feeling very comfortable, perhaps, very happy to be on the hill. You set up camp. I don't know if you guys want to RP any of your camp time. Do you have anything you guys need to talk about among each other?
I don't think so.
How cool our snail is.
Yeah, I mean, please
We
have
just-
that. Go for
I could
it.
talk ad nauseum about the snail.
Mhm.
Snails don't have, like, does this guy maybe have like fur at all? Like fur we can brush? I know snails normally don't, but maybe he does.
I don't think so.
yeah, I don't think so.
I think it's just a snail with
Yeah,
red
I-
hair.
Fantasy snail.
I think it's
He'd be furry if you wanted to
You
be.
got a spell
Regular
for that?
old. Well, I'll give him a little scratch under. Or is he too big?
no,
I
no.
give him a little scratch.
He'll duck his he'll stretch his neck out, so you're able to give him a little.
Ew, but
scratch
he's
under
all
the chin.
slimy. It would just be like raking your fingers through like a bunch of slime, right?
Oh,
Oh,
dear.
hush. No, yeah, you're right. Actually, it's
You know what
gross.
though? Very moisturizing for bunny fur. So
Well, it's good for you.
yeah, it's kind of a win for you. I mean, it's gross.
It's good
but
for you mentally too.
kind of a win.
Yeah, of course.
absolutely. We can say though that this snail is quite young, and for the sake of this argument that we're having about the furry level of a snail, which is normally 0, you know
Yep.
how young deer, when they first get their antlers, they're covered in that velvet on their
Yes.
antlers.
Yeah.
We can say that he still
It's
has
so
a few
cute.
like patches of that on his shell.
Because he's a baby.
Because yeah, we can say that he is quite young, and perhaps in his rebellious teenage years, which is why he was giving those other Herringons such a hard time. Aside from them being cruel beasts towards him, to be honest.
Oh man. Remember those toys that were like hard toys? And they were usually of like bears with short fur, you know?
Yes.
And they were like pink and blue.
Yep, I remember them
That's-
well.
That's how I pictured this snail now.
That's fair. That works.
Kind of fuzzy.
That'll work.
Uh,
So go ahead. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Christine.
well, after speaking with Sir Tolliver, Cypress has this idea, and she approaches the snail after setting down Sir Tolliver somewhere safe. It's like she gets all puffed up, and thank you for your efforts. I hereby knight you, Sir Dave of the Witchlight Carnival. Thank you for helping to get us this far.
I love it
Uh,
so much.
I clap. Liam
Right?
claps.
Dave the snail. Sorry, Sir Dave the snail.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah,
Please.
uh,
Yes. Be.
Absolutely, like bows his head, understands what is going on, what is happening, is thrilled. If snail, I don't think snails make noise. I don't. At least I've never heard it before. But his little eye, the stretchy eye socket things that the snails have.
Stalks.
Yeah. That's the one. They kind of like
Mm.
wave back and forth like he's very excited, like a dog would wag its tail, sort of, except not quite that,
Oh my god, so cute.
right?
Yay! Congratulations,
Yeah, he's
Dave. Sir Dave.
Sir Dave. Yeah, he's very clearly thrilled, and maybe even looks towards Sir Tulliver a little bit. And I know, again, snails don't make noise, but he does kind of chuff a little bit, the same way that like, a horse would, like just kind of like with his mouth.
Yeah. Exhaustive air kind of thing.
Exactly, yeah, just kind of being like, we're all sirs around here, aren't we? Suddenly you're not so impressive. And that's just some of the the attitude now coming off of Sir Dave, the giant snail. All right,
Not
so
in satisfaction. She goes set up camp.
beautiful.
What's this weird moss like again? It's all like silvery and pretty.
Yeah, it is. It's really stunning. It's very, very soft. It still it has that same sweet smell that you've been smelling on the air, so it's not stinky at all. It doesn't even smell like dirt. It just smells delicious.
Nice.
Yeah. You could
I'm
say
gonna lay
you could say it smells like green apples if you want when you lay in it. And every time you
absolutely.
move, I can't remember which laundry detergent it is, but when you move in it, it's supposed to like release little scent bubbles.
What?
I don't know. Maybe I'm making it up in my head, but basically,
No,
it's
there's such a thing. Yeah, I
Yeah,
just can't
what is it?
Yeah.
Aroma release or something.
yeah, something like that. Something that is terrible for people who have scent allergies. That's for sure.
Totally.
But as you guys lay onto the moss, every time you move a little bit, like a little waft of that sweet smell comes up from the ground. So it's like the hill knows the place stinks.
It's got its own little
So
Yeah.
that was
debris.
a sleight of hand check. So if anyone can passive perception is above that, definitely notice that Cypress tried to eat some of the moss.
Well, I can tell you right now that Apple and Rain both notice just as they exist. They both have passive perceptions a little bit higher than that. So you guys could go ahead and play that out. Like, please play that out because that's funny.
Like she sets her head down, and just kind of.
Did you just try the moss?
No.
That's very dangerous. And then I put my little hands on my hips. I'm like, I am an alchemist. I am trained in this stuff. You never just taste anything without checking. And then do I
Sorry.
have like a spell book or anything not a spell book, like a recipe book for my alchemy stuff?
I would assume that you do. If not, you definitely do now. It is something that you should have.
Yeah, it's like a little mini one, and I pull it out and I start
Like
licking my fingers and like
Cypress is like on her
quickly
knees
going
ready
through.
for a scolding.
Oh no, I'm going through the pages quickly. I'm like moss, 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 moss. Ah, there it is. Never try moss without checking with an expert first. And I shake my head like a grandmother. Are you okay?
Mouth feels funny. Doesn't taste that
Yeah.
good.
Rain's giggling because she knows that is not what that book says. That was just too.
Yeah, I was just bullshitting.
Yeah.
Of course.
Cypress did
I just
not
wanted to
know.
be a know-it-all.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I looked down at you.
She's getting
And
scolded.
I wiggle my
she's not gonna
eyebrows
question
and
it.
grin.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
You're
Well, be
lucky.
careful next time.
Yeah, you're lucky I'm not in the mood to RP some psychedelic right now, but
Oh my god, that'd be amazing.
yeah, I feel like that's what that's worth. But so
Well, let's do the con check first.
okay, let's do it. I have a number in my head.
It'd be saving throw. Saving throw.
Saving
sounds about
throw,
right.
yeah. Okay, yeah, you're a 5. A 25
hell?
definitely beat it.
Is it supposed to be solid black?
Oh,
The dice?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
the numbers were hard to
Okay.
see on that one.
yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta fix that.
All right.
That's
I
okay.
think
How do
some
I
of the
upload
settings
my
changed.
character sheet?
Yeah, go for it.
How do I do it?
Oh, you just go to the D&D Beyond button and then hit import.
There it is.
There you go. And then the next one that comes up, don't hit custom, I think it's default is the next button. And then it should import everything. And make sure all of the boxes are checked.
So the only on the first page, image is the only one that's not checked off.
Okay, then
Yeah,
that's
same.
yeah, because you guys have your like Cynthia, you have yours that Val drew. So
Mhm.
if you were to import, it would give you your old character photo back. So just leave that one unchecked, and you're good to go.
Oh, that's what I have on D&D Beyond anyway.
Okay,
What Val
perfect.
drew.
All right,
But that's fine.
yep, import. You're good.
Trying to import character.
Um, as you okay, so you guys gonna have
It's
any?
not that error. Error.
Okay,
Yeah,
Can't
mine was
import this
giving me an error
character.
too.
hang on, I got you, Cynthia. Can you close your character sheet for me?
Uh-huh.
You closed?
There you go.
Okay. The one that we don't want is the image. Okie dokie. Start import. There, should be done. That's a big should, mind you.
All right. Well, so if it is.
All right.
Can you pull mine
Yes, it
when
is.
you get a chance?
Woohoo!
Oh, you got
It's
okay. Can you
updated.
pull mine again, Mel? Because I updated in D&D Beyond.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no problem.
Thanks. And it's just giving me the error too.
Oops.
So how's Cypress feeling? Ashamed?
Definitely. Yes. It smells
I'm
nice
so mean.
though.
Aw.
Smelled
Can I give you like a little lavender thing to help your tummy?
My tummy feels fine, just tastes weird.
Well, this'll taste better.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
My favorite. All right, so you guys, anything else you guys need to do or take care of before you lay down for your 8-hour rest?
Apparently, I was running around naked because I didn't equip my clothes.
Oh dear. This explains a
Just
lot that
did.
Yeah, I guess I
happened.
was too.
Yeah, dear.
I just did there.
Oh my. Okay. So everyone is now fully clothed, and
Yes.
you know your little bedrolls are all laid out, nice and close to the campfire, so you stay nice and warm. The air is still quite still, but every once in a while you do hear like the breeze that you were seeing through the willow trees. Like you hear those leaves rustling in the breeze as you kind of go through your night. It's not the most restful of sleeps, mostly because you guys came from the chaos and the noise that was the Witchlight Carnival just a few hours ago. And now you're here on the side of Telemy Hill, and it's quiet. The only thing you're hearing is the occasional like chirp from a frog, the occasional chirp from a cricket, um, you know, the sound of those leaves every once in a while rustling on the side of the hill, that kind of stuff. Um, you know, and that would probably be enough to kind of jar you awake every once in a while in your sleep. But you do get your full 8 hours. So if you haven't yet, please go ahead and take your long rest, hit that long rest button.
Right, done. I did mine earlier.
And who's the first to wake up in the morning?
I have no idea.
Do you want to roll for it?
I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, sure.
Just a D20.
All right. Yeah, everybody roll a d20 for me.
Reset my dice. Oh no, it didn't.
Okay. So Apple, you're the first to wake up in the morning. You actually really, I'm just deciding this for your character. I apologize. But you
Yeah.
like to be awake before everybody else in the morning. It just gives you a chance to center.
So like me in real life.
Right? Like you just get an opportunity to center your little bunny self and get yourself ready for the day. Maybe you start putting together some breakfast for everyone. You do a little bit of foraging and you find some things that are familiar enough that you feel comfortable adding them to like a morning stew, or if you have bread that you want to
Right.
cut up with it, whatever, all that kind of stuff.
I'll go to shoot a rabbit. Mhm.
um,
Awkward.
but as you come back to where everybody is sleeping. Like, you didn't wander that far away from the camp where everybody is, but you got to, kind of meandered away a little bit. And as you come back, there are 3 trees standing closer to everyone, and you're
Okay.
pretty sure that they weren't there before.
Oh no. No, do I get lost?
You're not
Damn
lost.
it.
Yeah, everybody is still there. Everybody is still, asleep. Cypress has a little bit of moss now growing on one of her horns.
Mm.
And
Ew.
so that could be a side effect of eating the moss. Who knows? But there's
Yeah.
a little bit now that seems to be stuck to one of her horns. And you kind of busy yourself around the fire and getting the fire going enough to cook on and all of that kind of stuff. And you hear the leaves rustling through the trees again. Give me a perception check. Okay, so this time, accompanying the sound of those leaves rustling, you hear like a thump, and then you hear a second thump, and then you hear a third thump. And you turn around to look over your shoulder again, and those 3 willow trees are now clearly closer to the camp than they were the
Oh.
last time you noticed them.
Hello, good sir. Can I help you?
And in a very, like, airy, breezy kind of low-pitched voice, you hear, "Hello, welcome to Telemy Hill."
Well, thank you. Sorry, are you a friendly tree? Do I need to get out my sickle?
I don't think so. Most trees around here are quite friendly, unless
Okay.
we have reason not to be. Can I
Oh,
ask
okay.
how long you intend to stay?
No, you're a slow talker. Um, well, we're just passing through. I mean, I don't know. I'm with my companions here, and we were just having a rest. Um, we weren't going to stay too long, but we were going to explore Telemy Hill. Is that okay?
Yes, of course. It would
All right.
be great if you checked on our friend. They live at the top of the hill. And they were recently set upon by brigands. And they haven't left their cave in a long time. They must be hungry, at least. We are worried.
Are these friends of yours? Are they trees, or is this a creature?
Yes, their name is Jingle Jangle.
Sorry, jingle jangle.
Jingle
What?
Jangle, yeah, Jingle Jangle. Sorry, it's it's killing me to talk that slow. Oh my god. Okay, yes,
They talk like
Okay,
Captain Kirk.
right, right.
I'm not laughing at you, Tree. Sorry, and I didn't catch your name, Tree.
Tree works fine for now.
Okay.
Oh, great.
Well, I'm I'm Apple Mooncake. Say that 3 times fast.
Hello, Apple Moon Cake.
Hello, it's very nice to meet you. Can I shake your branch?
And one of the branches from like close to the top of the tree kind of comes down, and the leaves at the very end work like a hand 4 leaves and a thumb, and they wrap
Wait, that's
around.
cute.
Yeah, they wrap around your tiny little paw. And there's like a small, very subtle like shift in the leaves, so it's like the branch comes down and up a couple of times, like actually shaking. Burn, burn, burn.
Wait, that's really cute. Well, it's nice to meet you, tree. And what is there's a second tree, right?
There's 3 of them. Yeah.
Oh, and what are your friends here? Are they friendly? We don't have to worry about you all, do we?
Not unless you have bad intentions
Oh no, absolutely not. My friends and
towards
I
us
we're just on
or towards
a
Jingle Jangle. Sorry.
an
Oh,
hour
dear.
later.
What did you say?
Nothing. Do not worry about it.
Towards who?
No, don't
Okay,
you.
here's again.
No, you're not allowed to eavesdrop. Get out of here.
Towards who?
Never mind.
Jingle jangle.
Yeah.
So can I ask a question about Jingle Jangle? A
Yes.
perfectly respectable name, of course. Well, who are we looking for? Who is Jingle Jangle? What sort of creature?
Jingle. Sorry. Jingle Jangle is very friendly to all. And she collects keys and talks about them all the time.
Sounds great. Cool.
She wears a coat and she attaches her favorite keys to her coat so she doesn't lose them. And when she walks, she jangles.
For God's sake. Okay. So Apple Mooncake is very serious at this point.
Yeah.
Okay. So am I looking for a humanoid creature or somebody that looks like me? Or just a coat with like lots of jingling?
She has greenish skin, and she is what we understand to be goblin.
Okay, goblin. All right. I'll let my friends know here and we'll head up to the hill. You said it's at the top?
Yes, there is a cave at the very top, and that is where she sleeps.
Okay. And how do we get into the cave? We follow the path.
Yes, the path is very narrow, and you must stay on the path.
And what happens if we don't?
Other trees will put you back on the path.
Okay. And are these trees dangerous?
Not really.
Not really. Oh, okay. So this is all very ambiguous. This is fantastic.
Right?
So can I just start waking everyone up, guys? Help me out over here. Come on. You gotta talk and tree.
5 more minutes.
But I got a tracking tree. We gotta go find somebody named Jingle Jangle. It's a lot, man. Did I eat some of that moss? What's happening?
Jingle jangle, top of the mountain. Hill?
Yep.
Not a mountain.
Yep.
Sir,
Yep.
Sir Tolliver,
Classic.
isn't that the person who has your key? Sir Tolliver?
There is no reply from Sir Tulliver.
That wakes
Oh.
her up right quick.
Uh-oh.
Sir Tolliver? Let's start looking around.
There is like a little bit of like a, you know, when you set something down in the grass and when you lift it up, the print of that thing is still in the grass.
Impression.
Thank you. There's still an impression of the bottom of his cage in the moss beside where Cypress was sleeping, but that space is now vacant.
Guys,
Whoops.
Sir Tolliver's missing.
Stop laughing. How
Whoops.
dare you?
We lost him. Anyone have locate
Object.
creature or locate object? That'd work too.
Oh wait, I might.
I don't have that.
I also
have
might
a
not.
knife.
Cypress has no skills, but she's gonna start looking for tracks.
Okay.
Do it.
No problem.
Yeah.
Give me a
I
nature
imagine
check.
she comes
Cypress.
across what is it, the the tree tracks, so
Right. 17.
Her
Yeah.
place today.
Aside from where you see that the trees have moved from, which is weird because it sounds like when they do move, it almost sounds like they hop. But it's very clearly like a straight like stream that they've kind of a path that they've kind of carved through the moss. Other than that, there's no real tracks. There's nothing obvious.
I do have locate object, by the way.
Okay.
Might I
Nice.
try?
Yeah.
Might
Look for
I?
his cage, yeah.
All right. So, shall I read out the description?
Yes, please do.
So, locate object. I cast that, and I describe or name an object that is familiar to you. You sense the direction to the object's location as long as that object is within 1,000 feet of you. If the object is in motion, you know the direction of its movement. The spell can locate a specific object known to you as long as you have seen it up close within 30 feet at least once. Alternatively, the spell can locate the nearest object of a particular kind, such as a certain kind of apparel, jewelry, furniture, tool, or weapon. This spell can't locate an object if any thickness of lead, even a thin sheet, blocks a direct path with you and the object.
Okay.
Required materials: a forked twig.
Oddly enough, there are plenty of forked twigs around, mostly because of the willowy branches kind of snapping off. Because, I mean, these trees, while they talk very slow, when they move, they mean it. And sometimes it causes a little twig to kind of snap off a little bit. But so you have no trouble finding the forked twig. And as you sit down to start working on the spell, I imagine you sit down cross-legged, you know, yoga, you know,
Yep.
middle finger to the thumb on each knee.
Yep.
Ears pointed straight up to the sky.
Correct.
Little bunny nose twitching.
So
Cypress
cute.
standing off to the side, looking very anxious.
Right.
From the same other night.
You sense that Sir Tulliver and the cage are back at the Slanty Tower.
Oh. And I tell everyone. So where's the Slanty Tower from us? Oh, that's far, isn't it?
It's where you guys originally found him, yeah.
And it's like a big walk from there.
It was a bit of a distance, yeah.
Plus the raft.
Plus the raft, yeah.
Okay. Well, I
We
tell
just need
everyone.
the key, right?
Yeah, we can just get the key, I guess, and then bring it back to him. You got message? You got the message spell? That'd be
I think I might actually.
That'd be handy too.
Yeah, let's look here. Me. Guiding bolt. I have a message, but
Well, that
No,
might be a
that's-
wizard spell. Or like a bard spell or something.
Or magic-y.
yeah, this is the first time I've ever been a cleric. So I Still.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah, no, I'm not seeing.
And
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything.
And it's cleric, right? That can change their spells after every long rest.
Yep.
Yeah. So, Janet, don't forget that. That's a huge part of
Oh, you know
playing
what?
the
I
class.
don't think I knew that.
Yeah. So, I mean, don't change it for message right now if that
Nope.
is an option for
No,
you.
no,
But,
of course.
that is a thing that you can do. So if you come across a spell that you think would be super handy, just kind of make a note of it, and then after your next long rest, you can change your spell list.
Nice.
Cool.
Easier to do in D&D Beyond.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure about Foundry.
Yeah.
What's that? Sorry.
I'm not sure how easy it is to switch it out in Foundry.
Oh yeah, you're right. I'll do it. Yeah.
I haven't tried it yet. All right. Well, Jingle Jangle's the tree's friend, right?
Yep.
And we also need the key, so we check on her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go
Ask
find
for the
Jingle
key.
Jangle.
Okay. So you guys travel up the winding path, and no trouble, unless any of you attempt to come off of the path. Do any of you try that?
No, but Cypress probably
No.
periodically waves and says hello to the trees that she passes.
Everyone that you wave
Hello.
at and say hello to waves back.
Hello.
That's adorable.
Every single one.
Good morning.
Oh, so friendly.
Hello. How are you? We are good. We are trees. Hello. Okay, so after a little bit of travel, not very long, maybe an hour at most. You guys get to the top of Telemy Hill, and what you see is a cave entrance, and it's shaped, of course, like a giant keyhole.
Yep, makes sense.
Yep. And hang on a second, because I think there is some box text. Box text. Yep, here we go. Worn stone steps lean down into what feels like a cellar. It's chilly in here, and you can smell the subtle scent of iron in the air. From a distant spot within the chamber, sputtering candles illuminate a multitude of keys dangling from taut strings that crisscross the walls. Hundreds of other keys lie strewn across the dirt floor. As you take in the scene, you hear the sound of keys jingling as a goblin emerges from the dimness. She wears a coat lined with metal keys and carries a flail that has padlocks for heads. She smiles a bit and asks, God, I don't have a voice for Jingle Jangle. She asks, how might Jingle Jangle unlock a bit of happiness in your lives today?
Hello there, Jingle Jangle.
Hello,
we need
friends.
We need a particular key.
A particular key? Oh, I have lots of keys. Jingle Jangle has lots of keys.
Are you able to help us figure out which key we might need?
Jingle Jangle should be able to help. Yes.
The trees
Okay.
were worried for you too. They said you hadn't come out for a while.
Yes. I was out. Sorry. She refers to herself in third person. I'm going to have to get used to that. Jingle Jangle was digging for truffles in the swamp when a bunch of herringons leapt out from behind some reeds and some shrubs, and they took Jingle Jangle's truffles and threw Jingle Jangle down in the mud and then whacked Jingle Jangle with wooden clubs. Jingle Jangle
My goodness.
Jingle Jangle is sad.
I'm so sorry. Are you okay?
Jingle Jangle is okay now.
Would you say you were jumped?
Definitely.
Get it? Because they're rabbits?
Yeah. I totally get it.
Okay.
That's all I got.
Jingle Jangle needs to know what kind of luck the key is for.
Cage
Great
about
question.
this big held a purple fairy dragon in it.
What was... I'm sorry, I'm still talking like the trees.
Oh
my God. What kind of metal was the cage made out of? That makes a difference.
I
I'll
don't
check my
know.
notes, but Cypress will
thought-
remember. maybe.
Mm,
Was
I
it
do
gold?
not
just
have
wrote
anything in here.
cage. Well, what if it was? Can we just have one of each? We'll just bring them back.
Um,
I'm gonna roll to see if I remember.
yeah, good
Because it
call.
was just the morning before.
Roll for memory.
Hold on, hold on, hold on.
I was carrying them around. 12. -1.
Okay, so a 12. It is enough. It's fine. The cage that Sir Tulliver is locked in is silver.
I was way off. Okay. It was silver. About yay big. With the weird door on it like this. So like kind of
like-
mimic the size and the shape and where the door was and how large the lock was.
Jingle Jangle remembers.
Good.
Jingle Jangle can help with the. Oh my god, I'm still talking like the trees. Sorry. Jingle Jangle remembers, and Jingle Jangle can help.
That would be fantastic if you could help.
Yes.
And then can we help you get down to your friends?
The trees are worried.
Yes. But because Telemy Hill has all of the trees, Jingle Jangle feels safe. Maybe
Makes
a little
sense, yeah.
hungry, but Jingle Jangle feels safe.
Ah. And I I pull out the fancy cupcake I won at the eating contest. And I offer it to her.
Oh my god. Okay, hang on a second. I gotta find out what the cupcake.
Yeah, it's I don't know what it does because it was when we
Yeah.
decided that we wouldn't find out.
Absolutely. Yeah. Okay, just give me a quick second to find.
It's like, oh, I have an extra cupcake.
Yes. That instinct is absolutely correct. So just give me a quick second. I just gotta go back to the cupcake eating contest page.
Oh, I might be able to pull it up in D&D Beyond. Let's hang on.
Oh, maybe.
Inventory.
Carnival events, staff area,
I think it's
snail
just a
racing.
fancy cupcake.
Guess the number.
Just grabbing my tea. I will be right back.
No problem.
Mhm. No,
Um,
cupcake doesn't show up.
do-do-do.
I'm disappointed.
Oh. Silverstone Lake,
Let's try
exploring
cake.
the kingdom, the Pixie Kingdom, Lost Property, Mystery Mine, Hall of Illusion, Featherine, Feasting Orchard. Here we go. Okay. No problem. All right. So you hand the cupcake to Jingle Jangle.
Yes, she does.
All right.
I won this earlier. You can have it if you're hungry.
And Jingle Jangle takes a second and really looks at you. Really, like, kind of takes you in. And suddenly
Hello.
bows at the waist and says, "Your Majesty, Jingle Jangle did not realize. Jingle Jangle asks for forgiveness."
Kind of pauses and like, it's all right. You're forgiven. You want the cupcake?
Oh, Jingle Jangle would really like the cupcake.
I offered it to her.
She she takes it and she eats it hungrily. And within 30 seconds, she vanishes.
Uh-oh.
Nice. She's completed her life's mission, eating a delicious cupcake. That's exactly mine too. In real
guys.
life.
The cupcake functions like a potion of invisibility.
Oh.
Oh no.
Wee.
Hey.
Uh-oh.
Hey.
I don't think that cupcake was normal.
Just give me a second. I just need to double check on how long the effect lasts. I feel like it's an hour, but it might be.
Still
You're
talk to
giving
her,
it-
though.
But it might be something crazy like 8. So just give me a quick second.
But you're giving it to Jingle Jangle?
She
Oh,
already
yeah.
ate it. Yeah.
Oh,
I didn't know what it does.
This is gonna be crap. Does
Potion
that
of
mean all of her
invisibility.
keys?
The
This
invisibility.
potion, usually 1 hour if it's like a potion of invisibility.
Yeah, invisible for 1 hour.
Anything you wear or carry is invisible with you.
The effect ends early. Okay, no problem. Oh, how does it end early? The effect ends
You
early if
attack
you
or you
attack or
cast a
cast a spell.
spell.
Okay, no problem.
So if she whacks someone
Right.
or
With her
casts
flail
magic.
that has padlocks attached to it. How badass does that sound, right?
That's so awesome.
Right? Okay.
Cypress is jealous, by the way.
So, she vanishes in front of you. You all have your moment of surprise.
Miss Jingle Jangle.
And
What the heck?
Jingle Jangle
Miss
is here.
Jingle-
You can't see Jingle Jangle?
No. Kind of looking around.
Where are you?
And like one of the strings of keys over on like a far wall jingles a little bit. Over here.
Oh,
Oh, jingle jangle.
I guess that
You're
wasn't
so
a normal
cute.
cupcake.
And you see like keys start to slide back and forth on the string. And Jingle Jangle is like, Jingle Jangle knows it's here. Jingle Jangle put it safe. Jingle Jangle made sure. Jingle Jangle. Oh, silly Jingle Jangle. And out of nowhere, a key lands directly at your feet.
Oh, thank you.
That is the right key for the cage. And
Thank you, Jingle Jangle.
it's better that you have it than those long-eared brigands. First they stole Jingle Jangle's truffles. Now they'll want Jingle Jangle's keys. Someone ought to give them a good shakedown so they know what it feels like.
Oh, we
They happen
will.
to have a giant snail with them.
They did.
Looked like that one, and you point to Sir Dave.
And there's, like, as she peeks out and looks down the hill to where Sir Dave is, Sir Dave, like, waves with one of his antenna. And
I wave back at him.
and she well, you can't really see her, but you see the footprints. They kind of, like, you know how when people are rushing backwards, the footprints aren't clear. They're all just kind of like, they kick up dust and it's all just
Yeah.
like a mess and a scurry. That's what you see.
Yeah. Jingle Jangle, is it like that one?
Yes,
They're dealt with.
they are.
Yeah, they tried to take our memories, and I didn't like how they were treating Sir Dave.
Sir Dave.
Yes, he's knighted.
Oh,
The snail.
Your Majesty. Can I give you another piece of information since you already took care of the bad guys?
All right.
Yeah.
Jingle Jangle wants you to know about a guide who could be very, very helpful. His
Two
name,
berries.
yeah, very,
tell
very
us.
helpful. His name is Clapperclaw.
Yeah, his name is Clapperclaw.
He has
Is he a crab?
he has
Is he a
pincher
crab?
claws, and he's
Ooh.
a scarecrow. But they
What?
know their way around Downfall, and they even know how to get to Tither, which is the next place. And it's ruled by Granny Nightshade.
Okay. And what's Granny Nightshade like?
Scary. Just like
Oh,
Slatjawed Lorna, who's here for this place. She rules hither, and she's a bad lady.
so there's hither and thither. Interesting.
Uh-huh.
So can we see you now, or are you still invisible?
Oh, she would still be invisible. You just see like footprints kind of like scurrying all over, and she's like methodically going through and making sure that all of the keys are like spaced equally apart on all of the strings that are all over the walls.
Imagine she still like jingle jangles as she walks, because it's just invisibility, so all the keys and stuff on her
Yeah.
would still like it'd be like disadvantage, or would be canceled out because if she did a
Right.
stealth check.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Would you like us to take you down to the to your friends, or are you gonna stay up here?
No, Jingle Jangle has a full belly now. Thank you for the cupcake. Jingle Jangle is going to stay here with keys for a while longer. Jingle Jangle
Okay.
feels safe.
Okay, well,
We'll
I
let
think
the
we'll
tree
take your
knows
lead.
you're all right.
Jingle Jangle almost forgot. Jingle Jangle has more to say.
Oh, please.
Okay.
So, those bad bunnies. There's
And I look offended.
right. Their leader is called Agden Longscarf. And he wears
Egden?
Agden Longscarf. He wears a bright
Log?
blue scarf. And he moves fast as lightning. Fast, fast, fast. Bet you he has
Okay, well, I can also go fast.
I bet you he has Jingle Jangle's truffles.
Would you like your truffles back?
Jingle Jangle worked hard for those truffles.
Just imagine her pouting.
Absolutely. Like the biggest pout.
Oh, poor
Where
Jingle
did
Jangle.
Do you know where he hangs out? Hides out?
Well, see, back before Bevlorna came here, he was held captive in a tree, and something has happened, and now that Bavlorna is here, the tree it fell over, and then they made a causeway made out of wood, and so he still stays though by a big stump in the swamp, and you can find him there. They call it the Brigand Tollway.
Okay, so by swamp. We all around swamps, though?
Yeah, but this is like it's more like a bog area in the swamp.
Big stump. I remember seeing that off the bridge.
Yeah, big, like 80 feet wide, big stump.
Okay. Well, I think we shall take our leave of you now that you have provided us with our keys.
We'll try to get the truffles back.
Thank you,
Yes.
and thank you for the cupcake. It was delicious.
You're welcome. Sorry for the
Enjoy
weird
your-
side effects.
Side effects? What do you mean side effects?
The not there thing.
What?
It's like kind of like wave in your general direction.
And she looks down and can't see her hands, and she's like, "What?"
She screams. Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Oh no!
I think it'll be temporary. Like
Where is Jingle
Based on-
Jangle?
Oh, you're still there. We can't see you.
Oh,
Or you either.
Jingle Jangle is
Here.
very confused.
here.
Okay,
And I walk
we are
up and I
too.
just like go ahead and bonk me.
Bonk you.
Yep.
All right. So,
You have my permission to bonk me.
okay.
Bonk me.
Does a 12 hit? Oh, sorry. I rolled his apple mooncake. Does a 21 hit?
Apple's
it
not going to
does.
hit a
Yeah, right.
Jingle Jangle.
So
Yep, that does.
yeah, it's supposed to be like 7 damage is the average. I'm gonna say it takes like 2 hit points off you because it's just like a slap.
Okay.
And she like flickers back into, proper vision, and she goes, "Oh, there's Jingle Jangle."
Yeah.
Whew.
All better. And full.
Jingle Jangle was worried. All right, so you guys are going to head back down the hill, and you guys definitely did a service for Jingle Jangle. You have definitely kind of turned her mood around. You've made her very happy. You've helped her out. You've lifted her spirits, and all of Telemy Hill as a collective is delighted. So as you're walking back down that exact same pathway, all of the trees that are on Telemy Hill have all moved around, and they've lined up following the path. And as you walk by them, the trees all are dancing happily.
Oh, cute.
They're like,
Aw.
and as you get to the bottom of the pathway, the very last tree, presumably the one that Apple spoke to that morning, Apple, when you walk by it, a key kind of drops out of its branches. And a branch comes down and continues to kind of bat it towards you. And the tree just says, "Take this." It might be helpful later.
Okay, thank you. Do you know what this key is for?
Can't say for sure, but I think you will need it.
Okay. We'll take your word for it.
And the the branch comes out and kind of does like the, like the fist on top of a fist and then fist bump and then peace sign. It's like bump, bump, bump,
Okay.
bump.
Yeah, he is a rap god.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
A
Okay.
weird tree.
Such a weird tree. Yeah.
Just before leaving, Cypress is gonna like shout to "Bye, trees."
And like all of the trees turn around and they all wave at least one branch. And all of the ones who are able to speak all say goodbye. And it's this weird chorus of just bye, bye, bye.
Is it like an elf where
Bye.
he leaves the North Pole and everybody's waving goodbye, like the narwhal and stuff?
Oh God, yeah, it would be right along those lines. Yeah, it would be.
Love it.
It would be a whole scene. Yeah, yeah. Just you could easily do like a 3-minute cut scene of nothing but these trees waving and saying goodbye. Like it's it's a little bit ridiculous.
So cute.
Yeah.
So cute.
All right. That's so funny. All right. Where would you like to head to next?
Should we release Sir Tolliver?
Yeah, we should go to Tolliver.
To find him, yeah.
All right. So you're going to head back towards Sir Tolliver.
Yup.
All right.
Taking the raft with us.
Okay.
Cypress will carry the sucker.
Okay. No problem. Give me a quick second. All right. Okay. What do I need to roll here? As you guys are walking back through the swamp, I need you all to give me a survival check, please. This is going to be a group check, so I'm going to take all of your totals and then, do the...
That's unfortunate.
Oh, dear.
Because I have a -1, so I got 0.
I got you.
Is it survival?
Yes.
Yep.
We had a 0 the last time we had to do a group check. It seems to me. Apple, I just need your survival check, please.
Didn't I do that?
Nope. If you did
Oh,
it,
weird. I
think
thought
the,
it.
the last roll was from when she accidentally rolled on your behalf.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
sorry.
then Jingle Jangle was
Yeah,
attacking
no,
me.
you're okay. And a 20.
There we go.
Woo, we got a 0 and we got a 20. Girls, look out. All right. Quick math. 0. Divided by 4. 12. A group check of 12. And let me see. Okay. No problem. So as you guys are walking through the swamp, I mean, it's very much the same kind of situation that you guys were in before. Like it's the water rises, the water goes down, and when it's muddy, it's a little bit harder to walk through. But then the water comes through, and you all rise on the raft, and it is super easy to make really good time as you kind of skim across the surface of the water, especially with the help of Sir Dave. However, as you make your way through the swamp this time, and Apple, I don't know why I keep rolling under your name. I apologize. You must have been the last one that the last token that I touched. Anyway, you guys start to notice something that you hadn't noticed when you arrived yesterday, and that is every once in a while, rising out of the swamp, there seems to be these bubbles that come up. They don't look like soap bubbles. They just look they're not iridescent or anything like that. They're just kind of like dull orbs that float up. Some of them are cloudy, some of them are not. Some of them are tiny, some of them are big. Um, but as
Are
you
those
got,
like those green things that we're seeing like up here?
yeah, exactly.
I was wondering what the snot bubbles were.
Yeah, so that's what that is. Yeah. Um, one of them actually bursts not far from where you guys are moving through. And I'm going to bestow this upon you all. And I'm a little bit sorry, but it's also going to cause a little bit of a giggle. You all now have an incredibly annoying case of the hiccups.
Oh no.
Yes. And in order to cast a spell, for any of you spellcasters, that has a verbal component to it, you're going to have to succeed on a DC 10 con check. And you guys also, for the next little while, will have disadvantage on any stealth checks made to hide because you're going to be hiccuping and you won't be able to stop yourself.
Uh-huh.
So that's a thing that happens for the next little while.
We
All
have
right.
to do what
Sucks.
with the con check? What's it for?
DC 10
A
con
DC
check
10
if you're
con
trying to
check.
cast a spell.
Yeah, with a verbal component. It's okay if it's Semitic or... Is it Semitic? I feel like that's...
Somatic?
It's the
Semantic
verbal
or-
component, yeah.
Yeah.
Material?
Yeah, material
verbal,
with your
thematic.
hands. Yeah. So it's the part with your hands and the material. If a spell is just those two things, then you're fine. But if you need to
It has
talk,
verbal.
yeah, you're gonna need to save a DC 10 con save. All right. So you guys are all now trying to figure out exactly what it was that you ate that has given you all the hiccups, because it's all very strange that you all of a sudden are hiccuping. Even Sir Dave seems to be affected. I don't know what a snail would sound like when it has the hiccups, but perhaps,
I would imagine that his whole body would like ripple from head to tip,
yeah,
kind of like a dog when it does the shaky thing and it goes out. When it hiccups, it would just kind of
yes,
vibrate from head to tip.
yeah, that's perfect. I like that. We'll go with that. So every once in a while, you see that kind of happen with Dave and Sir Dave. And when he does have a hiccup, it actually slows him down quite a bit. But then the hiccup passes and he kind of scoots forward a little bit, and then he gets another hiccup and he slows down, and then he speeds up. So it's not so much that it interrupts any kind of voice, because Dave doesn't really talk as far as you guys know, but his movement speed is a little bit affected by it. But it is just a little bit. All right, so you guys continue to try to make your way back towards the slanty tower, trying to figure out where on earth Sir Tulliver has gone. And as you approach the front of the tower, where the brambles are, just underneath where the doorway was, remember it's the way that the slanty tower slants, it slants kind of backwards, so that doorway is on the top side of the tower, and the part where Sir Tulliver was hanging was on the back side of the tower. But as you get to the front where the door is, you notice two dead giant constrictor snakes at the foot of the tower.
Spooky.
Were those there before?
Sorry.
Sorry.
Is that always there?
Hiccup. Yeah.
Cypress puts down the raft and goes to inspect them.
Yeah, I'll take a look.
Yeah. These snakes were definitely like run through. There's a few stab marks in them. Let me think what else. There would be what else did they do to them? Sorry, I'm trying to remember what Vegas had done to the giant snakes. I can't remember if they cast spells on them or if they was melee attacks. It was probably all melee attacks. So yeah, the snakes, one of them is like missing half of a head, we'll say, and there's knife wounds, dagger marks, that kind of stuff on the bodies.
They're dead.
Very dead.
Huh?
So as you inspect these bodies, you kind of look up to the top of the slanty tower, and Sir Tulliver's cage is not there.
Sir Tulliver.
Give me a nature check.
Nature.
Fun fact: every one of my spells has a verbal thing to it. So
That's
Oh no.
yeah, just saying.
Sir Tulliver.
You wanted a what check?
nature.
Nature.
Nature. Oh dear.
I guess this could be survival as well. Probably better as
Huh.
survival, but 4. Okay.
If it was survival, it's +2 to that.
Okay. So Liam, even with your 17, it's not quite enough to discern all of these footprints. There's like footprints that turn into frog prints. There are footprints that turn into larger footprints. There are footprints that look like they tried to jump quite the distance and like they're very far down into the muck. It's hard to discern which way these footprints came in, which way they went out. The clearest marks that you can see are some footprints that go back towards Queen's Way, or at least seem like they've come from that direction. And as you guys are kind of trying to follow all of these tracks, the water level starts to rise, and it is going to wash away any kind of footprints that you guys could see.
I grabbed the raft.
Yeah.
Damn it.
I don't see. I don't see Sir Tulliver.
I love it so much.
I don't see him.
Where could he have gone?
Well,
And you do more magic?
me? No.
Locate object?
Oh, but he's not an object.
Or the cage. Is the cage there? You said it was gone.
The
too.
cage is not there, yeah.
Oh. Yeah, that'll do it.
Okay.
Apple, do you have a available casting? Be able to do the DC 10.
Think so. What am I? Sorry, which one am I doing?
Con save first.
Yeah, you're gonna do the con save first because you got to be able to make it through casting the spell. You got to beat a DC 10.
Before she tries, Cypress is gonna try to scare her, see if it breaks the hiccup thing.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Okay, so wait, let's really set this because that's very funny. Apple, what are you currently trying to do? And Cypress, what are you trying to do?
I have no idea. What are we trying
Like,
to do?
I want to do it before she tries to cast a spell. So,
Right.
like, as I see her getting the components ready, I'm just gonna kind of like lean
Behind
over
me?
her and go
No.
moo.
Oh my God. A quick moo.
Scary
Okay.
moo.
Yeah.
Yeah. A loud moo.
Right. You know what? Give me a stealth check, and we're gonna put
It's
it
at
against.
disadvantage.
Yeah, and we're gonna put it against Apple's passive perception. A 2. You don't even startle her. It doesn't even register. She is like in mama bear mode. She is trying to find out what has happened to Sir Tulliver, and gosh darn it, that is all of her focus right now.
Can I try and spook
You
her?
still have hiccups.
Yeah, of course.
It's like as soon as she's finished doing the moo thing.
Yeah, I still have hiccups.
Oh, it's chainmail because of the disadvantage because of the chainmail. That's why. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like ka-chink, ka-chink, ka-chink.
Right.
She walks up.
Well done.
That's great.
No,
And I can
no.
smell the moss too.
Yes, that is on her horn.
Moss?
Yeah, you have some moss growing on a horn. Liam, if you
Try
wanna
to reach up.
do the scare tactic, just give me your.
Oh, if I have enough time, I don't know how much time it takes her to cast the spell.
Well, she's very seriously going through her spell components right
Right.
now, so.
Oh, is her eyes closed? Is that the whole thing?
Can I s-
Alright,
can
I'm
I
gonna
cast
try and
it
do
now?
it, except I'm gonna go bah! Make
Yep.
make a bang sound.
Yep.
It's at disadvantage because
It
of the
is,
hiccups,
because
right?
of the hiccups. Yep.
Oh no.
A 13.
Oh,
That does surprise Apple. Um,
whoa.
Apple, you are startled.
Ah. Oh, do I have no hiccups suddenly?
But you know what? You are cured. I have just decided you
Woohoo!
are cured of your hiccups, so you'll be able to cast your spell.
All right, sorry, which
Yay.
spell was I casting?
Locate object.
There it is.
Particularly, yeah, on the cage again to try to figure out in which direction.
Right. So again, like the last time, I'm describing or naming an object that is familiar to me, sensing the direction, and I have my forked twig in hand.
Perfect. So as you you cast your spell, you've got the forked twig in both of your little bunny paws, and you've got your eyes
Yeah.
closed. Your ears are down a little bit because you're really focused on like the feeling that you're getting from this forked twig, and you're just kind of like spinning around in circles. You're trying to really hone in on the direction. And as you turn towards downfall, you get a ping, but it doesn't feel like Sir Tulliver's location. It just feels like a blip on the map, so to speak. So you kind of
Okay.
skip it and you continue to come around, and you're kind of facing back towards the direction of Telemy Hill. And you do get a bit of a ping again towards Telemy Hill. And this time it is Sir Tulliver.
Okay. So I start heading in that direction, can I?
Sure, if you like. I mean, that's up to
Okay.
the group if you
Yeah.
guys are all going to head in that direction or what you want to do there.
What do you guys
We
think?
want to go find him.
We have to give him the key. Get him out.
And we wanted to go find him.
All right, so you guys head back towards Telemy Hill.
Yep.
With the raft.
No problem. With the raft as the water is rising. So you're rolling a little bit quicker. Just give me a quick second. All right. Okay. So as you guys come through this time, you go through this section of the swamp that has a lot of taller, like reeds and like swampy kind of plants that are very tall. And as you're passing through on your raft, you see, like you're kind of like in this patch of mist with all of the tall cattails and all of that kind of stuff. And you hear rustling in the vegetation kind of ahead of you. And as you continue to push through this particular area, because right now you guys are all focused on getting back towards Telemy Hill to figure out what's going on with Sir Tulliver and how he's able to move around so much. And you come across a really strange sight. And just give me a quick second because I want to show you guys what these things look like. I just got to find the things. Okay, no, that's not what I want. Is it in the compendium? No. Journal. Yes. Hither. Handouts. This guy. Show to player. So you guys see this. It's going to come up on your screen here in a second. In the mist. Show to everybody. Perfect. You guys see it on your
Boy.
screens?
So am I going to be also wearing my stilts? What the hell's happening?
Well, you're on the raft, so, and I mean, have you been like dragging them with you, or have you left them anywhere? Have you discarded them?
I think they're
Cypress
with
could probably
me.
carry them for you.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, thanks. I forgot to add them to my inventory.
Oh dear.
Good thing to
And
do.
don't forget your bright purple trousers.
Yeah. Yep.
Don't forget that. That is important.
I'm not going to put them now on because
No,
it's
yeah.
a lot.
Yeah. But these are the things that you see, and through the mist, you for sure see like 3 of them, but you're getting the feeling, the hunch, if you will, that there are at least 2 more.
Uh-oh.
And you can hear them
Are they
talking.
bad guys? They have eggs.
Yeah, they do have
Yeah.
eggs. You do hear them talking, and they seem to be talking in like a guttural language.
Can we
Come
just be like,
inventory.
we have the Witchlight Monarch. Go away.
Go away.
You think that would
What
work?
That
language are they
works.
speaking in?
I mean, it might work.
Hello.
What
was-
language are they speaking in?
Give me an intelligence check, everybody. No, wait, hang on a second. Let me just have a quick look at
Oh.
your
Yeah.
attributes.
Cypress only does
so I can
common and Minotaur.
Common and Minotaur. Okay.
And don't think she's smart enough to know all the
Um,
languages.
I think that, and I know that insight is usually to figure out if somebody is trying to fool you or not, but I think insight or, gosh,
History?
I don't know. Yeah, insight
Just
or
a straight
history,
intelligence
which
check could do it too.
yeah, that's true. Well, insight is wisdom, and then intelligence is history. So, whichever one is higher for you, history or insight, give me that roll. And this is just to see if you have come across anyone who spoke this language, in your life so you could maybe perhaps identify as it as an object or not an
Ooh,
object.
Natural
but
20.
Nice. A 6,
2.
19. Those are fun dice. They're very 90s.
Right?
Yeah.
Uh,
Wait.
Okay, so oh, brilliant. All right, so for everybody but Liem,
Inspired.
sorry, Liem, but
Oh, it's very okay.
yeah, so everybody but Liem, you guys have heard this language before. It's usually spoken by goblins exclusively, and you did hear a few people in the Witchlight Carnival speaking in this language. And for Rain, you perhaps picked up a few words in Goblinoid because of all of the time that you spent with the carnival and all of the traveling that the carnival has done. Like, you probably have picked up a word here and there. Like, I can say cerveza in Spanish, but I don't know a lick of Spanish. Do you know what I mean? Like that kind
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
situation. You do pick up like a word or two that helps you identify the language as Goblin.
Does anyone speak Goblin?
No.
Nope.
Hello. I say in common.
No? Hi.
Right.
Just go for regular.
One of them stops and turns and looks at you exactly the way that picture is. Just kind of stops, stands stock still,
Ah,
looks in your direction.
Are we trespassing? Can
There's,
you maybe point us in the direction of Telemy Hill?
there's not
Can we
really
turn around?
Yeah, there's not really a clear reaction from them, but the
forgot
one
the
that
hiccups.
stopped and looked at you has now turned around in the other direction and is looking at the companions that you can see and is speaking feverishly in this guttural language. And it turns back to you and goes, "Eggs?
No, thank you. I'm not hungry.
Eggs?"
I don't have any.
Yeah, I don't think I have eggs.
Huh.
No eggs.
Eggs.
I have rations. Do you think that counts as an egg?
Kind of looks at, do you hold rations out?
No.
Okay.
It's not an egg.
Okay. Kind of like, again, looks between all of you and just goes, eggs?
Uh-oh, no eggs. Sorry, man.
Sure, I'll have one.
You have an egg?
No, I'll have one.
Oh,
I'll
you'll
get
have one.
from-
You'll take one. Okay.
You'll have to give him something if you eat one of his eggs.
True.
Are you
I could give
selling?
my trousers, my purple trousers.
That's a good one.
That is a good one.
I like that. That's a good trade.
Yeah.
He'd actually look really good in them too. And I sort of like look and I look him up and down. I'm like, that would look
You would
fantastic.
look great.
So great.
Okay. So, describe how you explain to this goblin that you are attempting to trade trousers for some eggs.
So I pull the trousers out and I kind of like take them, like something that's been wrinkled for a bit. I take them and like I snap them into the air and show him, like hold them up. Although I think I'm quite like because I'm small. So I hand them over to Cypress. Cypress, do you mind holding these up? Because I think you can hold them the full way.
Here they are.
And I point to the eggs and I'm like, what? And I show like one with my finger, and then I point over to the pants, and then I point at the stilt walker. And I
Amazing.
kind of try to do like charades, like pointing.
Got
So
it.
if I take one egg, you can have these trousers and they would look great on you. How's that?
So the stilt walker that's been eyeing you guys all points at the basket on the back, points at the trousers, points at himself, and points at you.
Whoa, you want to take me? No, that's not gonna happen.
No bunny. No bunny.
You
No,
don't want.
and gestures again to the pants.
Oh,
Gestures
so you do like them.
to an egg. Gestures to himself, and then gestures to
Yeah.
you.
Would I have learned the word trade throughout the carnival, the Witchlight Carnival, in this language?
You know, I mean, possibly.
The nature of the carnival, where they're like negotiating and stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't know. I think you would have probably like danced around the actual word for trade. Like I feel like buy would have been a word that you would have come across. Free, definitely. That kind of stuff. I don't know that trade exactly would have come up in the carnival, because the carnival is a super sketchy place. So,
Well, yeah.
yeah. So I don't know that trade would be a word. Like you probably know like stolen, or money, that kind of stuff. But I don't know that trade specifically would be a word.
So he's still not getting it. Like that I'm trying to trade this.
Well, give me insight.
Iris is still holding the pants, and she like gives it a little shake, slowly shimmer.
Yeah, definitely. So a 9. So the reality of the situation, Apple, is that you and this stilt walker are actually saying the exact same thing.
Okay. Amazing.
But
Perfect.
There's
Okay.
just a level of misunderstanding between the two of you. So
Oh.
so you're talking, he's gesturing. Does
You
anybody
gotta
else
lean into it.
Yeah, if anybody else wants to do an insight to see if they can help in the situation, please
Yeah.
go for it.
I have -1.
Yeah, +2. 15.
Okay.
I am
Cypress.
absorbed with the
Oh.
pants.
You are. You are just
Tiny.
doing your
Yeah.
best Vanna White impression. You are trying to make these pants look like they are something special. Like, holy
No,
smokes.
I've even lost focus on that. They're just shiny and watching the
Oh,
light
no.
reflect off on them.
That's great. Okay, so Rain, you're watching this happen back and forth, and you have seen people speak different languages try to get messages across to each other many times in the carnival. And you're watching this happen, and you're like, okay, I know exactly what's going on here. She wants to trade the trousers for an egg. They want to trade an egg for trousers. Everybody is
So-
saying the exact same thing.
I step up.
Yep.
I actually bow, do a flourishing bow to the goblin.
Yep.
And point to the egg.
Yep.
Point to the trousers at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And I cross arms.
There you go.
Yes, perfect. And the goblin, like one of the hand stilts that they have there, takes one and kind of like thumps it on the ground like they're clapping.
Zephyr stomps a hoof. Mimicking.
Okay.
And I fold up
Hand over the
pants.
trousers.
Yeah, brilliant. And they trade you for an egg. Is there so these eggs are all different colors, and sizes. So I will let you decide what color and shape of egg you want. The sky is the limit. They could be polka dotted and 4 pounds if you want it to be.
I see one that kind of looks jade color. I would love that.
That one? Okay, that one in particular? No problem. So that's the trade that you guys get. So put down green egg in your inventory, either now or at the end, whenever you're by next time we play, whatever. And take the purple trousers out, though you still have your
Okay.
stilts.
I'm going to do it right now.
Yep. Perfect. All right. Let me see.
What kind of egg, can I just ask? Is it like a cooked egg or is it a dinosaur egg or we don't know
Yeah,
yet?
it's
Mystery
definitely
green egg.
Yeah, it's just a green egg, and it's not cooked or anything like that. They're out collecting these eggs
Okay.
from different stuff.
So
in the
some
swamp.
poor bird out there is missing an egg.
Bird or
We hope it's a
reptile
bird.
or something. Yeah.
A creature.
Yes.
Yep.
Absolutely. Okay. Just let me make a quick note. Halifax trades egg and trousers
A weird trade.
with
Super weird.
goblins. So we're gonna do like a fashion montage with the goblin. He immediately slides into these trousers, and almost as quickly as the trousers are pulled on, all of these flies and stuff that have been bothering him and hanging around him just go away.
Oh.
So he like sticks the two
Sighs in relief.
yeah, like takes the two hand stilts and stomps them into the muck so they stay vertical. And he kind of like straightens his back out a little bit and gives a big sigh of relief, nods at you all, and then leans back over onto the hand stilts, and the group of them continue to move through the muck in the swamp.
That was delightful.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for the egg.
And looks over his shoulder as you've spoken and you know, nods back and says a few words in that guttural language and continues on.
Hopefully he didn't call you a
I like
sucker
this place.
for trading pants for an egg.
Hopefully. He probably
Well,
did.
maybe. Do they wear pants?
Well, the one of them definitely does now.
Yeah, I guess he's gonna be the coolest guy.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, no camouflage with bright purple, but he's into it.
That's
He's
fine.
pants guy.
Yeah. it doesn't
Pants
matter.
Yeah,
guy.
he's pants goggle.
Absolutely.
Pants guy.
So you guys continue back towards Telemy Hill, and you come across that stream. And the last time that you guys crossed it, you weren't really paying a whole lot of attention. But, you know, things have been happening in the swamp, and the water level begins to drop again. And it leaves this stream that kind of cuts through the whole area. And, hang on a second, I need to roll another one of these guys. An 8. Oh God, that's terrifying. So this stream is about 10 feet wide. It's not very deep. And the stream flows from north to south on the map. So from like up high in the map to down low. Like that's kind of the way you guys are continually walking uphill if you're going north in the map. And as you look down into the water as you start to cross, you're going to catch a glimpse of a scene. And you're not going to like this scene, and I apologize for it. But as you look down into the water as you're crossing the stream, you see rows and rows and rows of severed bullywug heads. And they're all impaled on spikes. But that's not the truly disturbing part of this vision. The truly disturbing part of this vision is that they seem to be chatting with each other.
Good.
Good Lord, right? And as soon as you see this vision and you take it in and you're taken aback by the horror and the gruesomeness and the brutality of the scene, it kind of washes down the stream.
Whoa, this place is cursed.
Weird.
Don't like
So it's like
that.
it was like a vision.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe like
An
the future.
omen.
Yeah.
Could be.
Bad people.
Die. I know that we only have 30 minutes left to play, but I really need the washroom. Do you guys mind if we take a quick 5?
Good.
Sure, can do.
right.
All good. Yep.
So just a quick 5, and I'm going to mute everything, and I'll be right back.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, so we're back. We got about let's call it 20 minutes left. So we're gonna get you guys back to Telemy Hill. And as you get close, hang on a second, I gotta get back to my visual here. All right. So as you guys get back to Telemy Hill, your hiccuping has worn off.
Oh, goody.
Perhaps it was your focus on trying to communicate clearly and efficiently with the goblins that you saw. But in any case, your focus was shifted away from hiccups, and as happens with hiccups, as soon as you aren't paying attention to it, they seem to disappear. What comes first, the leaving of the hiccups or not paying attention to them? Who knows? But regardless, you guys get back to Telemy Hill, and this time, Jingle Jangle is standing down at the bottom of the hill. And Jingle Jangle is very animated when she sees you guys walking towards the hill again. And just give me a second because I got to get back to that information. Here we go. I absolutely lied. I didn't write it down. So it means I gotta go to the book. But I have a post-it on the right spot in the book, so it's fine. Okay. Yes. Okay. So Jingle Jangle waves excitedly as she sees you guys approaching, and as she starts to get very excited, all of the willow trees kind of gather around her, and they all get very excited. So you just have a bunch of shaking trees, and standing smack in the middle of them all is Jingle Jangle with her jacket of keys, and you can actually hear the sound of the keys kind of jingling on her jacket as you guys approach. And Jingle Jangle says, Jingle Jangle forgot to tell you something very important. And maybe you guys can do better than I did. And she says, one time Jingle Jangle was very sad. And Jingle Jangle went to Downfall because she heard that Bavlorna would help and would grant wishes. And I went because I was afraid of not having a key for a door. And I didn't want to be afraid of locked doors anymore. So I went to Bavlorna and I asked her if she could help me. And she said, of course, she could help Jingle Jangle. But what she did to Jingle Jangle was not very nice. Jingle Jangle is no longer afraid of locked doors. But Jingle Jangle always has to have keys. No matter what. Lots of keys. So many keys. All of the time. Jingle Jangle always has to add new keys to her collection, even.
Is this a spell that we can help you get rid of?
Jingle Jangle doesn't know what Bavlorna did. But it was a mean trick.
Sounds like a curse.
Yeah.
No check just for anything like that. Arcana? See if I can identify what. No, I suck at that.
Oh, wait, there's a picture of Jingle Jangle. You guys need to see it because she's stinking cute. Where am I? There we go. Jingle Jangle. can't even with how cute she is. Show players. Bink. Show players.
Aw,
Like, can you even?
the weapon.
Her
oh.
ears. She's
Right?
got magnificent ears.
Little
Yeah.
angel.
Oh,
Adorable. Imagine beating her up. How rude.
I feel sad for her. I want to help her. How
Yeah.
can we help
I
her?
know.
Truffles.
Truffles.
Yes.
Jingle Jangle. Jingle Jangle wants truffles. Jingle Jangle had truffles. And Harangon's brigands stole from Jingle Jangle.
They're
That's
at the stump,
terrible.
right? We haven't gone there yet. We're looking for Sir Tolliver. He's about this big in a cage this big.
The cage
Silver
you needed the
cage.
key for, right?
Yes, he's missing.
Jingle Jangle hasn't seen him. But if Jingle Jangle does, Jingle Jangle will let you know.
Okay.
You've been
Thank you, Jingle
You've
Jangle.
been very nice to Jingle Jangle, and Jingle Jangle likes you a lot.
Should we
We
leave
like
the
Jingle
key?
Jangle.
Should we leave the key here as I turn to the group?
Probably.
Jingle Jangle looks very confused.
I mean,
He's
I don't
moving
know.
around. We don't know where he's going to end up.
Yeah.
He was here earlier.
Maybe we should hold
Yeah.
on to it for that reason, though. Maybe he'll just appear where we are.
We'll hang on to it then.
Jingle Jangle thinks you should.
Then we will. We will listen to Jingle Jangle.
Good idea.
Okay.
All right. So, we have a little bit of travel. Oh, well, I guess no. That's a lie. I'm making an assumption. So, you know that Sir Tolliver is not back
Not
at
here.
Telemy Hill, and you know that Jingle Jangle made a deal with Bavlorna that went bad for Jingle Jangle. So I guess the question I need an answer to right now is, what part of this do you guys want to chase at this point? Because there's a few different ways that you can go.
Yeah, we
Why
could
do we
go
need?
try and find.
Why do we need? What's his face?
Sir
What
Tolliver?
is he?
We agreed
Yes,
to free him. Where we agreed to try to free him.
Well, it would be more helpful if he was actually with us for us to do that.
Yep. So
And
we
what's
have.
our second option?
So yeah, so out of character, mission wise, we have get the truffles from the brigands tollway.
Mm-hmm.
That's that tree stump thing.
Yep.
And it seems like Jingle Jangle wants to go to Downfall to deal with Bevlorna, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Definitely kind of leading you
And-
in that
Yeah.
direction. Yeah.
And the
And plus, we had that vision about the talking bollywogs,
Yep.
bollywogs,
Mm-hmm.
which I think is part of Brigand's Tollway. Because that's what Sir
Brigand's
Tolliver was saying,
Tollway.
that his friend was out there too. His friend.
what's the purpose of going to get whatever it is for Brigand's Tollway?
Well, that one of the bad guys is there. The brigand who stole from Jingle Jangle.
And we
And-
want to get the stuff they stole back from him to give back
Yeah,
to Jingle
the
Jangle.
truffles, the mushrooms
Yeah.
for food.
Let's go do that first.
All right. So that actually, okay, so now that we have that decision made, this is probably a good place for us to stop, because we're going to run into like more travel as you guys head up towards the Brigand's Tollway. So we'll pick up with some travel in a couple of weeks. And once we get to the Brigand's Tollway, then it's a hop, skip, and a jump. And we're almost done with this chapter, if you can believe it. This is a really short chapter. Yeah, it's really good.
Nice.
All right. So, ladies, I apologize for the late start this week, but, you know, updates and software are never my friend.
Nope.
Like, has never been.
Me neither.
Yeah. So I apologize for that, and I will do my best to get us up and running on time at exactly 3:30 in 2 weeks, which puts us at September 26th.
7:30 our time.
Yes, 7:30 your time. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I will do my best to make sure that I have Foundry open by like 10 after 7. I'm going to aim for 7 o'clock, but I feel like 10 after 7 is more reasonable your time. And yeah, any feedback you guys have for me about the story, how it's going? Have I made anything really confusing? Because that's always a concern of mine, because I know there's a lot of side quests that happen in this particular chapter. So I've been trying to keep them clear and keep them kind of organized, but
Yeah. Bumming side encounters, those were the hiccups was hilarious.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
It's cute.
I like
Yeah.
the eggs.
Yeah, that was funny. That was cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So, as always, feel free to, ladies, reach out to me if you have any questions, comments, concerns, all of that kind of good stuff. Always here for any of that kind of stuff, any feedback that you have. And my God, have you guys been listening to the Vegas Table podcast? Their side of it?
No, I'm
No?
afraid for spoilers, so I'm kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's kind of so they asked me the same question. They were like, should we be listening to the Halifax podcast? And I was like,
Yeah.
I'm going to leave that up to each of the tables to decide, because
I don't want to, because I just don't want the spoilers. I don't want to, I'd rather things be a surprise.
sure, absolutely. But I can tell you for sure that the Halifax table, because we started the campaign with you guys first, you guys
Yeah.
are like a smidge ahead of where they are.
Okay.
And because you guys are chasing the warlock stuff and they're chasing the lost things, I think there's parts of the story that are different enough that there shouldn't be too crazy of a spoiler. And if there is a major spoiler in the episode for that week, I will try to remember to send you a note to maybe skip that week.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll try
I
to do
just-
it that way. But at this point, if you guys want to go back and listen to any of it, just so you can get familiar with players and characters and all of that kind of stuff, feel free. The Vegas Table has the same invite. I don't know if any of them are going to take me up on the offer to encourage them to go ahead and start listening, but yeah, could be advantageous in the future and potentially even not so distant future. So
Interesting.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
we'll see how it all kind of shakes out. But as always, ladies, thank you so much for continuing to come to the table and continuing to deal with me dealing with Foundry, especially Erin. Oh my God, you're a goddess as far as I'm concerned.
It's all good. It's all good.
I'm gonna send you a crown for Christmas. Seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah. So obviously we're gonna talk before 2 weeks goes by, because I can't go 2 weeks without talking to you guys. But yeah, for now, this is Wizards and Wine signing off with the Halifax table. We hope that you are enjoying this weird tilt on the Wild Beyond the Witchlight of playing through it with 2 tables who affect each other's storylines. Yeah, it's interesting, and it's been fun to run as a DM, and there's some different challenges and things that I need to give a little bit more foresight to than I normally would. So it's been a fun challenge, and I'm really having fun. And once this big old crossover happens, hopefully there'll be enough payoff that it'll be something that we're open to doing again in the future. But for now, we are signing off from Wizards and Wine, all the way from Halifax to Las Vegas. Thank you so much for sticking with us. Remember to always carry a D20, and remember to always drink responsibly.